Hi everybody, I'm Lindy Schoenfelder and this is our channel. Anyways, I'm here because I asked my husband Bill to do a Q&A with me just for you guys mainly, because I wanted you guys to get an insight of the design, what goes on in the design phase of all the products in the shop, the gadgets, the tools, the buildings, and how that design work works, and how it all goes from a little bit of insight from the designer's point of view. And so I'm very excited to ask just a few questions to get insight, and I hope that you guys will make comments in the comments with questions to him or to me, anything regarding this video or anything else, and we will do our best to answer them and get back with you guys. And we hope that we really make a big impact, because that's why we're here.
Hi, Lindy. I think this is a really good idea. I think it's a good idea because I really do want our audience to be the best they can be at designing. And I want them to get the right kind of buildings for their layouts. And I think by you asking me the right kind of questions is going to inspire them to, I don't know, maybe think of things that they haven't thought about. I mean, I don't have all the answers to everything either. I'm just as new as they are in this thing. But I do have a little bit of experience in design work because of my career and background. So I think, and I'm more analytical. I'm not going to always catch every little nuance from everybody too. I think you are more personal, more people person oriented. That's why our shop is doing so good, because ever since you took it over, it really has grown. And I think they see that themselves, because you respond to all the people who buy stuff from your store.
I would like to ask you, what inspired you to start designing in-scale buildings, Bill?
What inspired me to start this? Well, a couple of things. My dad died, and he had some old trains that he had that inherited to me that I didn't know about. And then when I went to go clean up the house, and after he died, that I got all these trains, and they were HO, and he had them when we were a kid. I remember that. Yeah. And I brought them home, and I remember working on them, fixing them. They were like 100 years old type engines, really small, very, very rude HO buildings and stuff. They were all mouse eaten and stuff. And I thought to myself, well, let me see if I can resurrect this. Let me see if I can bring this back to life. Yeah. So I went ahead and started working on some of the engines. I started cleaning them up, got some of them to run. The track was horrible. It was all pitted and everything else. And then this lady had a garage sale. And in that garage sale, or whatever she was selling, she said she was selling, her mom was a collector of trains, N-scale, I didn't know about. But she said she had a whole bunch of trains and her mom just died, and that she wanted to sell that for a cheap price, like a couple $100 or something like that. Oh. There was over like $1,000 worth of brand new stuff in there. There was N-scale, Z-scale. I mean, there was all kinds of cool stuff. I didn't even know what I was getting. And so I paid for it. I came home and I was introduced into N-scale. And that was the beginning of me even learning that there was an N-scale out there. And I just fell in love with it because of the size. That's it. Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. I remember that.
That was pretty. That was
one
a nice.
Of the trains
that was
Elvis Presley train. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. And one around the Christmas tree that we did that one year. Yeah, that's cool.
I remember that. Oh, that's cool. And thanks for sharing that. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to the next question, number 2. How do you decide which buildings to create for in-scale layouts?
Well, that's how I decided for myself. Was I did a switching yard, and I did T-track, and I did model inserts, but I didn't know they were T-track at the time. Anyway, I decided to make a 4-foot switching yard on top of my dresser, and I needed buildings on that, and so I created buildings for that. But then what happened is, when I created the buildings, you would come in and say, oh, I like that building, I want to see that in my store. And then you asked me to make directions for it and everything else, and then kit it, right? Right. And then that's how we got the Western scene and the power plant and all the other things. And then we went on Pinterest and got more ideas. Well, the switching yard's all full up now. And so then I was asking your customers, sometimes your customers will ask us, like that one guy who did that Arizona thing, I think it was called. He wanted that Arizona depot. that he made for, it was torn down years ago, but he asked me to make it. It was like a wooden Arizona Depot. And I made that for him. He just fell in love with it.
John?
John, I think his
the
name
customer,
is, yeah.
I think.
And
I don't remember for sure, but I think his name is John. He's one of our
favorite customers, yeah.
Repeat buyers, real nice guy. Hi, John, if you're out there.
So anyway, and then the customers started saying, do you do customs? Do you do this? Do you do that? And then people would ask me ideas. That's where we got the wind turbine from. That's where we got the airport from.
Yes.
That's where we got the motorcycles from. I mean, just people asking questions, can you do this? And then I would just I love challenges. I'm a problem solver. So I take the challenge and make it, and they're blown away.
He does.
And then you take it and say, I want it in my store. So then I make directions for it, real detailed directions for it. And that's the neat thing, guys, about this store that Lindy has, is that you do get detailed directions. I take you step by step in pictures, showing you how to put it together. Now, I don't show you how to paint it, but I do describe to you in the way that we talked about in Helpful Tips how to do that. But here's the cool thing about it. These buildings have already been tested. They've already been built. They've been built many, many, many times. So you're almost kind of guaranteed, if you just follow the directions, to have the same kind of building. How you paint it, it's up to you. How you weather, it's up to you. But I guarantee you're going to have that same kind of detail and that same kind of look that she offers in her store. Okay.
Yes, cool. I agree with that, Bill. I've seen a lot of the reviews, and people post them on their layouts. And the building they buy from us, by following the directions, it looks like almost like the building that Bill would build himself. And they build it themselves with the kit. Of course, the color scheme and all that is different, and the other parts of their layouts are different. But I agree, that's really cool that they could take your directions and your kit and
we made
come
it that
up
way.
with the really, really artistic
I was
piece.
able to take the technical side of it and make it more simple for them to put together. And some of the details is detail, but it worked.
Very, very detailed.
I tried to be as mindful as I could of all the measurements and everything.
Yes, very detailed. Yeah. What's your favorite in-scale building you've designed, and why? Is there one from my shop specifically that you really enjoyed designing?
I don't know if there's really a favorite, but I think that that Route 66 diner had character to it. And I think from all the previous experience from the power plant to the Northwestern Depot to the churches to the single engine house and all that stuff, I think that one is kind of reminiscent to me because I used to be a biker, and I used to on Route 66. And that was kind of my history before I did all this, and I kind of like doing motorcycles and worked on motorcycles back then. So I was very fond of Route 66 when somebody wanted me to make it for them, and I did, and I think it really came out really nice. So and I think you got a copy of it right there, don't you?
Sure do. This is like one of the places that me and Bill went on the bike when we were touring around New Mexico and part of Texas and things like that. I want to get it centered and show you guys. This is, just me holding the Route 66 diner up. It comes with lights and the wires there and everything. Anyways, it's in the shop, ready built, ready to go. With the sign and a few extra things.
And you guys have a favorite building? Tell me. I'll be more than happy to take a challenge at it and see if I can make it. I mean, and also too, just in this whole process, not every building is going to be a success, even though you want me to try and design it, because it might have too much detail and some of the lines might disappear, like I explained to you guys in Helpful Tips. So, but I'm more than willing to take the challenge on. So I want to see what you want on your layout to be successful. That's what I want this to happen. And let them know what I have learned and help them overcome some of those steps so that they can be real successful at their layouts. Because I think this hobby is great for everybody.
It is. Yeah. It's a lifetime hobby. It's something that is real fulfilling and fun. It's fun. I hear customers tell me all the time, oh, I had this gadget and this design building that Bill made. It just brought fun back into my layout, and I'm just having fun again, like a little boy.
and the neat thing about it is
like he's a little
boy. you have engineering, you have electrical, you have design, you have planning. Yes. You have a lot of hats you have to wear to be into this model railroad business, and so you just don't get bored with one thing. If you just want to focus on all the landscaping and flocking and stuff, you can do that. Or if you just want to be an operator and just operate your trains, you can do that.
Something I want to just say 1 second of is that we started out with kits to keep the price low, and so people can build it themselves and paint it themselves before they build it and then build it. But we've decided to bring the ready-built buildings to you guys for the people who don't have the time, or maybe their fingers hurt and they can't put that building together like they want, or they can't 3D print the parts, and so
and sometimes
they're ready built.
They just want to put it on their layout and not have to deal with all the building part. Maybe they want to be more of an operator, and that's why they buy the ready builds. Yeah.
Or give it as a gift. Here's a gift. It's already ready built.
And then too, the buildings aren't just made for trains. People use them in dioramas. People use them in, So you guys out there who are maybe like war gamers or designers or, diorama people or storybook people or bookend people, whatever you want to call yourselves, you can use some of our stuff in those projects.
The turbines are another one. We have them in our living room, and they're beautiful. Okay, let's go to the next question. What's the most challenging part of designing in-scale buildings, Bill?
It's real simple. It's the test phase. When you do a design, test print it, and see if it works. And sometimes, like I said, a print will fail. Sometimes a print will take. And it's just, and also, I always think the most thing that could help these guys out on the channel is when you design and realize that you're going to have to make some sacrifices, and depending on how much detail you're going to try and keep and lose. If you're willing to superimpose, in other words, instead of making that window trim exactly like it is in real life, but make it look similar to it, and stay with that mindset, you're going to have a successful building. Because you can only print no smaller than 0.5. 5 millimeters is it, and anything after 0.5, it disappears. And I even proved that to you in helpful tips. So I think that will be a successful tip for these guys in printing their buildings, and also again printing flat. I think that's the biggest thing, getting away from that 3D sculpture business and getting into how we print for our buildings. Well, I really enjoyed that, honey. That was really nice. Thank you for asking me these questions, because I don't always know what the audience wants. Like I said, guys, me and my wife want this channel to be successful, for you to be the best model railroader, landscaper, operator, whatever you want to be in your layout. She's got some fantastic buildings in there, and I'm not just saying it because I designed them, but they are. We've got that feedback from the audience, 5-star reviews, and so, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, we want you to be successful in your layout, and we want to know what you want us to talk about. We talked about that in the comments before. Now, you have done that, and there are videos coming down the road to help you guys out. One guy asked how to build walls, and he wanted to see a time lapse of how I built walls. More videos are coming on that. Another video is coming in on the vacuum cleaner thing that we just did and designed. I love that vacuum cleaner. I'm totally sold on that thing.
Anyway, you could play with it all day.
Yeah, it cleans. It cleans, and it's detail sensitive. It's fantastic.
We don't have any dust on our layouts.
No, I wouldn't say that. But when we do get the dust on,
and he was going at the Western layout. I was like, stop.
Well, you can actually see when you do that's another video. We want you guys to be successful as you can. We want to help you get there, and we want your suggestions. We want to thank you also for the 270 subscribers we're getting. We're getting a lot of views. It's helping her store out. It's helping me out. And if we can do that by either showing you some of our design work or some of our weathering, whatever you want, tell us in the comments. You want to tell them to like, subscribe, and share, and end with that, and then we'll call it good?
Yes, I sure would. Please like and subscribe to our channel so that you can catch more tips, more learning videos, and just more information. And we also want to let you know that we're on Facebook, X, and Instagram. And tonight I'm creating a Pinterest account as well. And so I got some threads going on the thread channel that's hooked to Instagram for you thread guys and gals that are out there. And having a lot of fun with it. So, and I'm new to working a workshop on social media, I was out there and not sure what to do. But anyways, been having fun on there, just getting it going.
Yeah, that's cool. And also, here's your next clue at the end of the video, like we promised you. We're going to show it to you. So maybe you're going to guess it, maybe you won't. But anyway, the winner will get a really nice design. We haven't decided the prize yet. You're going to be doing clues on your social media. And so we hope we get a good winner out of this. And good luck to you guys. See you in the next one.
Happy training.